Stickly is one of the most least creative characters ever made, but he still holds a special place in the hearts of 90s children for his hosting during Nick in the Afternoon blocks on Nickelodeon. At the time, most sources online state he hosted the TV channel Summer block from 1997 to 1998, but I always swore I saw him on a block earlier than that. Well, for a while I thought that I was crazy, up until recently when I came across a Stickly fan site claiming to have some footage and images of a block that ran during the school term in the afternoons in 1883 called Afternoon Snack with Stickly. And after poking around on the site, to my joy, I noticed some videos archived of some of the segments from that block. Now curious, I began watching the first episode, which was called The First Ever Stickly Appearance, and, well, it was weird. Stickly was standing in front of a chalkboard with afternoon snack written on it in normal handwriting, and his appearance was different. His eyes were smaller, he had no nose, and his mouth was a straight line instead of a smile. After a moment, he made a few corny jokes, and then said Rugrats was on next, and that the video ended at that point, and I watched the next one. There were 6 videos in total, lacking any dates, but I assumed they were all in chronological order. The second one was called Stick Gets Injured. He had the same look as in the last video, however his body was noticeably worn, and there were a few splinters visible on his sides. His full dialogue went as follows.
Well, the dog next door buried me, but I managed to get it. The show you all voted for, Hey Dude, is up next. And don't forget to send your postcards to vote for the special episode you all want to see.
And afterwards he sang a classic song about people writing to him, but the tune was slower and slightly different to the final version, with the last remaining minutes of the video showing him standing there blankly before the video ended. The third video was called Hang Stick. Stickly was hanging on a piece of thread which was tied around his waist. There was a boy who looked to be about 5 who was also present, and the chalkboard had 6 dashes on it, representing a 6-letter hangman word. The boy kept guessing letters, but as he chose the wrong ones, the thread around Stickly went higher, the game ending once it got to his neck. I continued to guess, and when the rope was about 1 inch away from Stickly's neck, the letters that were filled in was C, N, D, L, and E. It was obvious what the word was, but the kid wasn't taking the game seriously and decided to choose the letter H. The rope moved right to Stickly's neck, and his eyes flashed out of existence before being replaced by 2 cartoonish X's for eyes. All the while there was no sounds for about 30 seconds, and the kid looked at Stick's lifeless body before his eyes returned to normal, and he laughed, saying he was just kidding, and announced that Wild and Crazy Kids was up next. The fourth video was called Stick Quits. He appeared to be ranting about something that happened in a previous segment, which the video archive didn't seem to have footage of, saying how people didn't respect him and that people treated him like a toothpick, saying how his father was a mighty ship, and complaining that the dog kept burying him. The complaints felt like jokes, but his tone was more serious than you'd expect. Then another child appeared, but not the same one from video 3, and told Stickly that all the children loved him and that he wasn't a toothpick. Stickly was silent for a moment, sighed, and then said that he would stay. Afterwards he reminded the viewer to vote before saying that Rugrats was up next. The 5th episode was called Stick Gets Mad, parentheses, no audio, and as the title explained, the video had no audio to it. In the video, Stickly was moving very quickly, his body language suggesting that he was yelling and upset at something, very angry by the looks of it. He seemed to be yelling at a little girl who was visibly frightened and afraid. Eventually, after a short while, the girl fled in fear, and Stick turned to the camera. His animation's so simple, I couldn't tell if he was talking, as he was barely moving. As for the 6th and final video, it had the title, "The Winner Revealed." The video opened with Stickley standing in front of the camera. He had a noticeable large red stain on the top of his head, and one of his eyes was marked with another cartoonish X. Stick made no mention of his appearance, and said that all the votes were in, and that the special episode was about to air, along with his last bit of dialogue.
Well, it's been a long contest, and the votes were close, but you, the kids at home, voted for this special episode. Up right now, right here, is the classic episode of Candle Cove.